thing, of the many true things that you did say, Moses didn't have a list. I'll show you. Matthew, I'm on Acts 7:22. Mighty in works. When Moses in the Old Testament told the Lord that he was slow of speech, it didn't mean that he had a speech impediment. It meant that he was not as well learned in the Hebrew tongue as his brothers that had served in Egypt and bondage. Because remember, when you remember the story of Moses, Moses was raised in the house of Pharaoh. He was to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. So when he stood before the Lord, he said, how am I going to be able to lead these people out of Egypt if I don't know how to fully speak their language? And that's part of the reason why the Lord ordained Aaron to be able to assist Moses in allowing Israel to make the exodus out of Egypt. Okay? Now let's go to the scripture to prove that.
I don't give a shit about you.
Acts chapter 7, you got it? Read. Verse 22.
Acts chapter 7, verse 22.
Actually start at verse 20, sorry.
Verse 20. In which time Moses was born and was exceeding fair and nourished up in his father's house 3 months.
Okay.
And when he was cast out, Pharaoh's daughter took him up and nourished him for her own son.
You see that? So he grew up in the house of Pharaoh. He was to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, but he gave his fame and fortune up in Egypt to come and help and serve his own people. And so now it says this.
And Moses was learned in all the wisdom of the Egyptians.
So because of the fact that Moses grew up in the house of Pharaoh, he had an elite education under all of the wisdom of the Egyptians. But he grew up in the top house. It's just like in America. If you grow up under one of America's elites, you're not going to be a dummy. You're going to be taught about a lot of the ways of America beyond what the average person in America knows. So it says that he was learning all the ways of Egypt, read.
And was mighty in word.
Mighty in what?
Mighty in word.
Read.
And in deed.
You see that? So he was aware, very well spoken.
That labor, you work, and you shall live. The two children of Israel in the Bible perfects godliness with good works. We'll talk this.
Verse 24.
But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the Lord's sheep of the house of Israel.
The only difference was he had to relearn his native language of his people. You see what I'm saying? Now, 1 Ezra 5 and verse 73, to talk about the influence of the media real quick. And like I said, this all goes back to one thing. Yes, we know that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. God is now saying, what are we going to do about it? Okay, let's get that in Psalms. Who will rise for me? 1 Ezra chapter 5 and verse, let's start at verse 71.
1 Ezra chapter 5, verse 71. We ourselves alone will build unto the Lord of Israel, according as Cyrus, the king of the Persians, has commanded us.
So the children of Israel was always in captivity. At this time period, we were under the Persian rulership, under Cyrus. All right, read.
But the heathen of the land, lying heavy upon the inhabitants of Judea, and holding them straight.
Holding them straight means that the children of Israel, they were kept as slaves very strictly. Now it's going to illustrate the different ways of how we were kept slaves. Read.
Hindered their building.
Come on.
By their secret plots.
So the building of us evolving as a people was hindered by secret plots. What you're making reference to is what America's been doing. That's the same thing that's been going on in ancient Egypt, ancient Babylon, ancient Assyria, Persia. Secret plots to conspire against us for our downfall. Read. This is nothing new. That's why when you read in the book of Revelation, this place is called spiritual Egypt. Read.
And popular persuasions.
You see that? When it's talking about popular persuasions, it's making reference to the media. Because the job of the media is to influence the minds of the people to follow blindly after their agenda. So that's, again, all of this is nothing new. But again, the real question is, now that we know this, what are we going to do about it? I'm going to take your question right now. Read this.
Psalms chapter 94 verse 16.
Read.
Who will rise up for me against the evildoer?
So in the book of Psalms, they already know evil's being done in the earth. The question now is, what?
Who will rise up for me against the evildoer?
Who's going to do something about it? And just knowing it is not enough. You have to apply God's commandments. Because Christ said, whosoever shall break one of these least commandments, he will be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. So it's not enough to just know. You got to do. All right? What's your question, brother?
I ain't got no I ain't family. I ain't family. I gotta go.
Yes, what's your question, brother?
Okay, I'll be here next week, right?
Okay, give us a step. Okay, step on the sign. Give us a step.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I see you got power. Hey, let me listen. Let me give you a song for the family, for the people.
Is it scriptural?
Yes.
Where can I find it in the Bible?
It's gonna you'll like it. On my mother's birthday. You'll like it.
Where can I find it in the Bible?
Find the Bible. It's called, man. You need to know the name of the song.
I know. What I'm asking is the lyrics that are in the song. Is it biblical? And if so, where can I find it in the Bible? Because I would hate for you to sing a song that's ungodly. Because the scripture says evil communication corrupt good manners.
That's right. No, it's gonna be a godly song. It's called I'm going for the fight.
Okay.
It's long. Nah, man, it's simple. I promise you, man. My mother and my children like I'm not gonna do that wrong.
So if you sing the song, are you going to start keeping the commandments?
I can't tell you that. I might.
So how could it be a godly song?
No, I don't.
Only a godly man would keep the commandments of the Father.
Right.
When Asaph sung songs in the book of Psalms, he kept God's commandments.
That's right.
Am I correct? Get that, Psalms. I may haste.
Bring it out. No, let me sing this shit. Let me sing.
How godly could it be if that's how we open it up on it? The scripture says, "Can out of a man's tongue can it be thorns and things?"
Oh, y'all.
Read.
You know I ain't playing.
Psalm chapter 119 verse 6. I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments.
You see that? So before we sing at the song,
you want to cry? I'm gonna help you.
No, we want people that want to keep God's commandments. He rejects once a crowd. That's what separates us from him. We only need 2 or 3 brothers really here. We're not looking for the masses. Christ said, many are called, but few are chosen.
Right.
We're not here to shuck and jive to get a million numbers. We're here to keep God's commandments.
I'm asking a godly man. Can I sing a song?
Yes,
please. I'll show my knees.
After you
Can you do that, sir? Can you do that, sir? Can you do that? Yeah, it's on camera.
Now's not the time to sing songs. Now's the time to learn the commandments and keep them. Now's not the time for entertainment. After you learn the commandments, then you can sing the song. After you learn the commandments.
I preach. I know all that.
Really? You know all the commandments?
Yeah.
What's today?
What you think today?
You tell me. You're the preacher.
Tell me. Well, I ain't no preacher.
What are you doing on the Sabbath?
What are you doing?
Where can the 10 commandments be found in the Bible?
You tell me.
I know I got to tell you because you don't know it on your own.
But you know the Bible.
So now that I'm going to tell you what the commandment says, but the scripture says if any man speak, you got to speak the oracles of God.
But it said on the spirit. It said on the
You got a question, brother?
You're supposed to argue over the word. So you know you ain't right.
So we have our school address in the flyer.
Look, I don't have nothing like.
Well, I tell you.
I don't know how to give it just.
This boy scared down the mic.
We got our address on the flyer.
I'm gonna sing that right
And we
here.
have our number on the back of the flyer.
I'm gonna sing that. Hey, I'm gonna sing it right here.
Yes. So
Okay.
that's what you gotta do. Okay?
I am Mike.
So let's get that real quick.
Yeah, let's get that.
First you start off with 1
through
Corinthians
the fire,
verse 33.
and I've been
That was
through the flood. I've been broken into pieces. See lightning flashing
But you have to first know about God
from
before
above.
I
But
can't
through
sing
it
a
all,
song about dealing drugs if I've never lived that life. You understand what I'm saying? In order for you to be an artist,
Now I'm the king
a musician,
of pop, of hip hop, young Michael. Now, with me
if you don't know,
No, I ain't got no
God's
question.
commandments,
I got the answers.
that's not what I'm trying to think
yeah, we
about.
good.
Learn about him first. Now read what you got.
1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33. Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners.
You see that? The scripture says evil communication corrupts good manners.
Right.
So that way, you have to learn what God's laws is first before you can even communicate. Let me say again. Before you can communicate anything about God, you have to learn about God first.
Right.
That's why when you read in the book of Ecclesiastes, the prophets were told this before they even stood to the Lord. Yes, read this. Ecclesiastes 5:1. Let's read this real quick. Read.
Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of God.
In other words, it meant keep your mouth closed and learn. Like how the brother said, you're not going to be able to process the understanding if you're so busy talking that you can't hear the scriptures coming out as it is written. The scripture says, when you come to the house of God, listen, read.
And be more ready to hear.
Be more ready to talk.
Be more ready to hear.
That's the reason why God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. He wants us to do more hearing than speaking. That's why when you read in the book of James, it says, let every man be slow to speak. That's why Christ said, every idle word that men shall speak, they're going to give an account thereof in a day of judgment. So you got to watch what you say and study the scriptures to see if what you're saying lines up with God's word. To see if these things be so. Read.
And be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of food.
Because if you're not hearing and you're just saying something that you think that you know about God, but you cannot validate it in his word, you're giving forth a foolish statement. You're giving forth a foolish sacrifice, a sacrifice of fools. That's why God, in other words, in layman terms, what God is saying is, be quiet when you're listening to the Bible, so that way you don't say something silly.
Right.
Follow me? Read.
For they consider not that they do evil.
You see that? Because many people don't understand that when the Bible is being taught and they're not hearing it, and they already presume that they know about God, you don't realize that you're doing evil towards God, because God is trying to stretch his hand out to you in that very moment.
Right.
Right now, God's trying to stretch out his hand to you. Hold that. Let's get that in Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 20.
How do I receive, like, I don't know, like, I feel like I'm in pages and stuff, like, you know, like, I don't know, like, it's like a freaking, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes. That's why you got to listen. Listen as best as you can. Because the scripture says, faith cometh by hearing. Then you got to surround yourself around brothers that can guide you in God's word and in God's commandments. Because if you don't do that, then you're going to be kept in the world and you're going to be swallowed up by the demons of the world.
Right.
Listen, read Proverbs 1 and 20.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20.
Come on.
Wisdom crieth without.
God's wisdom is the Holy Bible. The wisdom is crying out to you. God's wisdom is being taught to you right now. Read.
She uttereth her voice in the streets.
That's why we're at the street corner. This is not the Potter's house with T. Jakes. This ain't the Joel Osteen show.
Right.
God says when you receive my word, cry it out on the streets for the people to hear it. Read.
She crieth in the chief place of concourse.
Meaning, wherever our people can be found, go and teach the word there. Because when you read the Bible, we're known as the fishers of men. So as fishers of men, we got to go to where the fish are at in order to cast the net. Read.
In the city she uttereth her words, saying.
So once we go to the streets, wisdom utters its words to you, saying this.
How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
And that's the reason why I was telling the brother to hold on this song. Because you're receiving the greatest knowledge on earth right now. Now is not the right time for entertainment. When you read in the book of Ecclesiastes 3, it says that there's a time and a season for everything under heaven.
Right.
Now is the time for us to learn knowledge because we've been destroyed for a lack of knowledge. So if we've been destroyed for a lack of knowledge, now is the time to get the knowledge. And once we get the knowledge, that's what will strengthen our relationship with the Father and the Son. The scripture says, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? Read.
And the scorners delight in their scorning.
Because a lot of people come up, just like this man did, and they will scorn against the word, not knowing that they're scorning against the Heavenly Father. You're not scorning against me. This ain't my book. I'm just reciting a book that was given to me by my Father in heaven.
Right.
So it says, and the scorners delight against their scorning.
And fools hate knowledge.
You hear that? It says, and what?
And fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof.
So now God is saying, I'm going to turn you to what I want you to focus on. I'm going to turn you to what I want you to hear. God wants you to hear his word, because his word is greater than anything else. God says, I'm going to turn you at my reproof. Read.
Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you.
And that's what God's trying to do to you right now, brother, as well as this brother. God is saying he's trying to make his words known unto you. Read.
I will make known my words unto you.
Read.
Because I have called, and ye refused.
Because God has called you at one time, and you refuse, because now you have the option. Out of all of the many scriptures that you're hearing, are you going to receive it and do God's commandments, or are you going to reject it and stay in sin? God is saying that if you choose to make the decision to hear it and not do it,
I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded.
if God stretches his hand out to you, we say, brother, here's a flyer. I stretch out my hand to you. I say, how you doing, brother? My name is Uzziah. We stretch out our hand to you as messengers of God. As we stretch out our hand to you, if you choose not to regard it,
But ye have said at not all my counsel.
you got to take heed to God's counsel, my brother. God wants you to do things God's way. Not your way, God's way. God says no woman is supposed to be wearing pants.
That's right.
These are the instructions of God. What does man say? I know better, I can do better. That's why God puts us in poverty. That's why God gives us diseases. That's why we get shot down in the hood. Because we're not doing what God commanded us to do.
That's right.
Read.
And with none of my reproof.
We would none of his correction. We would take none of his instruction. When God tells us to go left, we go right. God tells us to go up, we go down. God tells us to go high, we go low. We don't listen to what God tells us to do. And because of which, there's going to be a judgment from God. Read.
I also will laugh at your calamity.
So listen to this. God says he's going to laugh at your calamity. So if somebody in your family dies, for example, or you get a terminal illness and you rejected and hated God's words, God says what?
I also will laugh at your calamity.
Now this type of God that we're reading about has never been taught in the Christian church. Because the false God that you've been taught, you've heard God is love all the time. God is love, but he's a man of many emotions. He's not a one-trick pony. So if God says he created man in his image, can a man get angry? Can a man get happy? Can a man become jealous? All of these things is an offshoot of God's emotions. This is how the mind of God operates. But our people have a problem with it because they want to do whatever they want to do without judgment. But God is the judge, and he's going to exhort a man that keeps his commandments and judge a man that rejects them. Read.
I will mock when your fear cometh.
Come on. Sis, you got a question? Sister. Soldier, direct us the questions here. If the sister has a question, let her come and ask the question. We would love to be able to have a godly discourse. Read.
I also will laugh at your calamity.
Let's hear our question. Come, producer calls. Let's hear the question. Let's hear the question. Questions. This is the time to learn.
It's about the fence. So the family of Israelites.
Uh-huh.
She has questions about fence, like riding bike, exercising.
Yes. Yeah, so with that you can wear stockings under them. You can wear certain workout dresses for women. Like my wife, she goes to the gym. She has workout dresses. So there's no... I know you're looking at me like, wow, there's such a thing as workout dresses? Could possibly a thing be invented? Yes. A lot of times, you know what our women do? They want there to be an excuse to break God's commandments. They want there to be an excuse. For example, here's another one. But what if it's cold outside, Captain? If it's cold outside, why can't I wear pants then? Again, this is the reason why women were given leggings, stockings, multiple layers of women's garments. So God is not going to give you an excuse to break his commandments.
Right.
If we break God's commandments, it's because we want to serve our own lusts.
Right.
And God says, if we want to serve our own lusts, when you go through hardships in your life after rejecting me, I will also
Laugh at your calamity.
God says, because you thought you had a better way of doing it, I'm going to laugh when your way fails. Read.
I will mock when your fear cometh.
You see that? Why does it say, I will mock when your fear cometh? Because when Christ makes a second coming on the earth, 2/3 of our people are going to be killed. That's why the scriptures again say, many are called and few are chosen. So if you read the Bible and God is saying, he's going to kill 2/3 of our people and 1/3 is going to be the elect. The intelligent question to ask is, what separates the 2/3 from the 1/3 so that way I don't become the 2/3? The thing that separates us is the application of God's commandments.
That's
The 2/3 are going to be those that want to do whatever they want to do and not keep God's laws. They're going to look at themselves as God because they're going to follow after their own ways of doing things. To serve a God by definition means that you're worshiping a higher power to follow under instruction. So if the only instruction that you're following is your own, that must mean that you're your own God. Because you're only worshiping your own doctrine. You're not worshiping nobody else's doctrine. You're worshiping after your own lust. That's why God says, okay, so the minute that you get AIDS, herpes, or anything of the sort, if you're your own God, save yourself from AIDS then.
Right.
We just read that in the Bible. It says, when that happens to you, I'm going to mock you when your fear cometh, because you didn't seek me as a true and living power. Read.
Right. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind.
Read.
When distress and anguish cometh upon you,
Read.
then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer.
You see that? God says, you think that the angels aren't recording how obedient we are to him? God has ordained angels in heaven to record all of our good works and our bad works. All of our good thoughts, all of our bad thoughts. So as the angels are recording to say, you know what? Does this brother or this sister really worship me? If you've been recorded as somebody that's always rejected God, God is saying that when you call upon him, he's not going to answer you. Did you know that was in the Bible? Did you know that was in the Bible? Okay, let's read the Bible. John chapter 9 and verse 31. This is in the New Testament. Because part of the issue, a lot of times our people think that if we just send prayers to God, God will hear us. But God says in the Bible that if you're not following after his commandments and his laws, he's on deaf ears when it comes to your prayers. Read John 9:31. You give me
John chapter 9 verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
Let's read that again.
Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
You see that? So you want God to hear your prayers. Am I correct? You want, when you pray to God, right? When you go through things, you're going to want God to want to hear you so that way he can bless you. Maybe you want him to bless yourself. Maybe you want him to bless your family member. Maybe you might want him to bless a child or a future child of yours. But if you're not keeping God's commandments, he's not going to hear you. So God says what?
Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
Read.
But if any man be a worshiper of God and doeth his will, him he heareth.
Crystal clear. God is saying, I'm only going to hear the prayers of those that do my will. What's my will? Keeping God's commandments. That's the will of the Father. The things that God commands you to do, you're operating as a servant to him when you follow and do what he says to do. Read. Proverbs 28 and 9.
Proverbs chapter 28 verse 9.
Read.
He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be an abomination.
So you hear what God says, sis? God says what?
He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law.
If you turn away your ear from hearing God's laws, if you say, you know what, I don't want to listen to that. If God's laws is coming out and you say, you know what, I'm going to go to the party, I'm going to go to the club, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. If you turn your ear away from hearing God's laws,
even his prayer shall be an abomination.
Meaning, when you send up prayers to God, God's going to reject your prayer because you weren't listening to him when you were supposed to listen.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.